morning, traders, and welcome to the opening trade. I'm Ayla. Before we get started, don't forget to first read and understand our disclosures found by both link and text in the description of this video. All right, let's take a look at the current sim account balance from NinjaTrader control panel. Here we go. Control center of NinjaTrader. Here we go. Simulated the opening trade. Cash value gross will match the red number and realized will be after the fees for any manual or automated trades take place. Very important that you understand your fee schedule, so make sure that you understand it and that you have it from your provider. Okay, so today is May 2nd. And let's take a look at the strategy backtest. If you're able to, you can do a long backtest. So here's the start and end date, the max drawdown, the gross loss, and the total net profit. Here's Russell, start and end date, max drawdown, gross loss, total net profit. Here's NASDAQ, start and end date, max drawdown, gross loss, and the total net profit. And then S&P 500, start and end date, max drawdown, gross loss, and total net profit. First thing I like to do is make sure that my chart's on a 3-minute candle. I'm on the right account and the right strategy, and I just want to make sure it's universal across all the charts. So that's what I like to do every time, make sure it's all running the way I think it is on the parameters I think I have set. Okay, so let's take a look at May 1st, which was yesterday. So here is gold through to today. Crude oil, May 1st through to today. Currently under the 200 period EMA. Gold is barely above. Russell's barely below. Here we go. Yesterday through to today. Dow Jones futures here. Yesterday through to today. NASDAQ futures, of course, yesterday through to today. S&P 500 yesterday through to today. So we have 4 minutes or less before we see the New York Open, the New York session open, that is. So let's take a look at what is on the calendar. So we see that for today at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the job opening will be reported. The factory orders month over month, all days, the ward's total vehicle sales, and that's everything reporty wise today. Tomorrow is a big day. As far as the calendar goes, and we'll just jump right in here at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. The ADP non-farm employment change will come out. 9:45 final services PMI will come out. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time ISM services PMI. 10:30 crude oil inventory. 2 p.m. FOMC statement and the federal funds rate. 2:30 the FOMC press conference covering the things that just happened 30 minutes prior will happen. Thursday, we have some reports, but the big one is the unemployment claims will be coming out. And Friday, we have the unemployment rate, the employment change, the employment rate, the average hourly earnings month over month, and non-farm employment change, which are the big ones that we will be looking out for on Friday as well. So let's see, we have less than 2 minutes. We would like to thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Our systems are automated and they are live when enabled by the user. They run in the U.S. equity futures market. Free trials to the automated trading systems are on our website at theopeningtrade.com. We also now have indicator-driven discretionary or manual trading systems on our website. Don't forget to read and understand all associated risks listed on the website and in this video description. So our first automated trade that takes place is 6 minutes after the New York Open happens, and it would be on the Dow. 2 minutes after that is Russell. 2 minutes after that, as long as the automated trade indicators have been met for each chart, we could see the NASDAQ and the S&P fire at the same time. Again, only if their automated trade indicator has been met. We also like to take a look at gold and crude oil for manual trades. Crude oil is the only thing at this time that's looking like it could potentially have a good manual trade. I personally don't take any manual trades until the first candle has opened after the New York market. That's what I do to feel comfortable, and you must do things that make you feel comfortable. So make sure that you are okay with your choices when trading just at the beginning of your day, and you don't want to feel rotten all day because you made a boo-boo. All right, so the New York market is open and gold moves higher as the Fed readies to raise the interest rates again while traders wait for dovish signals. Dovish signals. No, it's dovish signals. All right, so the New York market is open. We know our first automated trade could potentially take place on the Dow Jones futures. We also know that we want to look at crude oil and gold because once their first candle closes, then we can accurately decide if we want to take a manual trade or not. So let's take a look at the news. So AerCap sells used jets as a new plane delivery delays persist. Keith Byret and Woods adjust the price target on Next Point Real Estate Finance to $15.50 from $13 and maintains the outperform rating. So let's just take a look at this crude oil for a second. So when we're doing manual trades on the stock market, if I am above the 200 period EMA, I want to see all red. But right now we're below. But what does that mean? It means it can only go so far red before it's got to turn around and go green again. So we're waiting for the green indicators on the crude oil. So gold, what did I just say? If we're above the 200 period EMA, which is this big white line, we want to see all red indicators. Right now they're all green, which is okay. That means it's making its move up and they get once everything that goes up got to come down, so maybe we can catch it on the way back, right? Okay, so here we see Russell's making a 10-point plus move, as is the Dow has moved quite a bit there. NASDAQ, you see the skinny white line. That means the candle did move in that range, but it is currently right there. It's not like the Dow with a giant open candle. It's got a tiny little candle. And S&P 500 is coming down now. So the first candle is closed since the New York market has opened its session. So we know that in less than 3 minutes we could see our first automated trade take place, and if it does, and it will, as long as the automated trade indicators have been met, it will fire off in less than 3 minutes. The great thing about our automated trading systems is the user-friendly versatility of them. It is just so great. There's a lot of combinations. To me, they feel endless. I'm sure if somebody were to do the math, there is a limited number of combinations, but it is very hard, very high as far as I can see. The user features are just quite wonderful, so you can fine tune it to what you hope, to get out of it, to help you stick to your game plan. All right, let's take a look at all of these charts. So here is S&P 500 futures, of course. NASDAQ has come back to the 200, but it is open, so we don't know what it's going to close at yet. And this was Dow, here's Russell, here's crude, and gold. So we know that there is a report coming out at 10 a.m. It's the job openings and the factory orders month over month. H.C. Wainwright adjusts the price target on Avadel Pharmaceuticals to $17.50 from $14 to maintain the buy rating. They also trimmed the price target on Vizsla Silver to $2.50 from $2.75 to maintain the buy rating. Cannabis Global and KRTL International Corporation announced exclusive distribution agreement for Hula Singay. I'm not sure how you say that. Okay, so first watch notes declining avocado and pork costs. Personally, I call avocados avanados. Like, no. Let's see. We have less than a minute before we see our first automated trade potentially take place. Keith, Byret, and Woods adjust the price target on Home Street to $9 from $24. That's a big jump. Maintains the market perform rating. The Dow. The Dow did not see an automated trade take place. That just means that the automated trade indicator was not met, which means it's not a time to take a trade, which is quite understandable. I mean, look at that move, and it's probably not done moving yet. So Wall Street opens lower on the debt ceiling jitters, and the Fed meet is in focus. All right, so Federal signals quarter 1 adjusted earnings, net sales rise, and they increase this year's guidance. Needham adjusts the price target on SI Bone to 27 from 24 to maintain the buy rating. Kiefer, Byret, and Woods adjusted the price target on Ladder Capital to $11 from $10 and maintains the outperform rating. So let's go over some earnings flash. The York Water Company with the ticker YORW reports first quarter revenue of 15.4 million. And they also report quarter 1 EPS of 26 cents. So our next automated trade
order submitted
just fired off, and that means that the automated trade indicator was met, and this is on the Russell 2000 futures, of course. The SL says duplex study did not achieve primary efficiency EGFR slope endpoint. Chemex first quarter net profit rises on higher sales. Needham adjusts the price target on, we read that one. They adjust the price target on Axonics to 73 from 71 and maintains the buy rating. Benchmark adjusts the price target on Liberty Broadband to 143 from 156 and maintains the buy rating. The Toronto Stock Exchange fell at the open.
order submitted
Okay,
order
so
filled
we just got stopped out on the Russell. Unfortunately, I did not see a win. It's okay. S&P 500 fired off. The Nasdaq did not see the automated trade indicator it needed to do its thing. And here is gold. Take a look at the S&P 500. So we have less than 19 minutes before we see those reports coming out today. Our automated trade is doing well at this time. NASDAQ, let's take a look. It did not fire off, but we're just looking at the charts, see what the markets are doing. Dow, Russell, crude oil, and gold. So gold has its first two indicators, a tiny red candle and a red step 2. When it's this close to the 200 period EMA, I like to see all three before I do a manual trade in uh, so in crude oil still making its pull down and below the 200 period EMA, so it's not time yet for a manual trade because we need to see all green. So if we're above, we're looking for red colors, and if we're below, we're looking for green colors. So here's the Russell, the Dow, the Nasdaq, and here's the S&P 500, where we're in an automated trade at this time. So we're still in our automated trade in the S&P 500. Let's look through these charts. NASDAQ, Dow, Russell, crude, and gold. In less than 12 minutes, we'll see the full job openings and the factory orders month over month. So we'll be back in a few minutes to check on this automated trade and see how it does. I see 200 in profit for a second, bouncing around. My stop loss. So the first thing I have to do is go to the control center in NinjaTrader and disable my strategy. Grab my stop loss, and I want to make sure that I don't see a negative number today, so I'll put it right below where I got in to the trade. That way, if it comes back to the stop loss, it will still see a profit. Probably not high enough to undo the first loss trade, but sometimes that happens. So crude oil still no manual trade viable because it's still making its pull down. And gold, there's no trade yet because when we're above the 200 period EMA, so maybe gold's retracing what it did yesterday. So yesterday it went up and it retraced, and today we don't know what it's doing yet because we know it's we're waiting for that Fed rate tomorrow. So for crude oil, or right now that's the horizontal level. So today, once it reaches its low, we can see at least a retrace up to the 74.53 most likely, based on yesterday's low. Unless something crazy happens, that's what we should probably see happening. And we know the job openings drops in 31 seconds, along with factory orders month over month. And all day today is the Ward's total vehicle sales, and those are the reports that will be coming out today. So we'll see what happens in the market um, in 12 seconds when those reports drop. We'll see what that job opening does to the market. So let's flip through here as they are dropping right now. Okay, if we get stopped out, it'll still be in a profit, but as you see, those reports come out and the market is bouncing quite hard on the S&P. The Russell's moving quite
Order filled.
Okay, so we got stopped out. It it still saw a profit of 48 $47.50. So that makes our loss no longer 200, and instead it makes our loss 162. So we see that the Jolt job openings came out lower than forecasted. Um, so that is not a great thing. And the factory orders month over month came out lower than forecasted, which is what happened. So that's what we're seeing in the markets. Those reports came out. We know we have all day the awards total vehicle sales report. So let's take a look here at our sim account balance from the control center of NinjaTrader. So here we go. Sim the opening trade. Here's our cash value. So this matches this, and this number is higher because you must pay the fee for all of your manual and automated trades. So make sure that you understand your fee schedule given to you by your provider so that way you're informed and you understand uh, the cost of everything. So we will be here tomorrow. We thank you for watching, liking, subscribing. We have free trials to automated trading systems on our website at theopenatrade.com and now have indicator driven discretionary or manual trading systems on there as well. Don't forget to read and understand all associated risks listed on the website and in this video description. I'm Ayla. That's it for today. I'll be here tomorrow to see how the markets fare. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you then.